Hello and welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Mike.
I'm Rainbow.
And a very warm welcome back to our Trends and Fads unit for part 2 of our look at mountaineering, one of the most popular sports that is grabbing lots of attention and new fans here in Taiwan.
It's true. More and more people on our lovely little island are getting themselves away from the city on the weekends and heading up to the mountains to do some climbing. And you know, why not? The COVID-19 pandemic has shut down most of our international holidays, so since we're spending more time near home, Taiwan has some really great mountains to try the sport of mountaineering on.
Yeah, that's right. And I think the central part of Taiwan, where the mountains are, it doesn't get enough attention, right?
Yeah.
For many years, most people have headed to the beaches of Taiwan for their holidays, right? Kending, Penghu, Xiaoliuqiu. Now, these places are great, but yeah, they can get pretty crowded on the weekends and during holidays, can't they?
Right, and the central mountain areas of Taiwan have lots of empty space for all of us to get away from the crowds, all while filling our lungs with lovely fresh air. So a mountaineering course, which teaches people how to climb mountains safely, sounds like a great way to begin your adventures.
And that's what our character from the day one dialogue, Cliff, that's what he wanted to do. He signed up at a place called the Peak Mountaineering School for a beginner's class in mountaineering. And his mountaineering teacher, a lady named Gaia, is showing him the ropes or teaching him how to climb mountains safely.
Well, that's right, and we'll see how the classes are going in part 2 of our article, Mountaineering Schools Help You Climb Mountains, right after we learn about all of today's new vocabulary, which we will do right now. 第二天的文章，一起来听听 Cliff 会在登山学校学到哪些知识。我们现在来看几个单字。第一个单字是 rock， 石头、岩石是个名词。Be careful, there are lots of sharp rocks. Be careful, there are lots of sharp rocks. 小心哦，那里有非常多尖锐的石头。第二个单字 rope， 绳子是个名词。Did you bring the climbing ropes?Did you bring the climbing ropes? 你带了攀岩需要的绳子了吗？第三个单字 include 包含、涵盖是个动词。This trip includes a free meal. This trip includes a free meal. 这个旅程涵盖免费的一餐。最后一个单字 handle 操作、控制是个动词。I can't handle a gun. I can't handle a gun. 我不会操作枪。好了，我们现在看完单词例句，一起回到课文。
Gaia tells Cliff more about the course.
On the first day, we focus on rock and rope skills.
What does that include?
A big part of mountaineering is rock climbing. So you'll learn basic climbing techniques, as well as ways to handle the rope.
Explanation 1.
Okay, so mountaineering class is on, and it's time to learn how to climb. And it's also time for us to start reading the dialogue. Now, right at the top, we can see that it says, Gaia tells Cliff more about the course. And actually, we should have mentioned this yesterday, Rainbow, but the names of these two characters in the dialogue, well, they're actually pretty funny, aren't they? They're actually perfect names for two people who are into climbing. Cliff, the man's name, is actually what we call a steep rock wall that you find out in nature. You might climb a cliff. If you want to climb a mountain, you will probably be climbing a few cliffs.
Yes, that's right. And Gaia is Earth, the Greek goddess, and goddess of life as well. So it's a great name for a teacher because, you know, she shows people how to enjoy the outdoors, enjoy the earth.
Exactly. So there we go. Gaia and Cliff. Perfect names for people who like mountain climbing. And yes, in the dialogue, class is on.
And it looks like class has actually just begun. So let's see what Cliff will learn as he begins his mountaineering education. Gaia begins the dialogue by saying, On the first day, we focus on rock and rope skills. Wow, that sounds cool, and yes, very important. A mountain is a big pile of rock, and ropes are very useful if you want to climb up something very straight and high.
And also, training using this equipment safely is very important. It can be a dangerous sport, so that's why Gaia is here to teach Cliff. And how is our student mountaineer doing? Well, it looks like Cliff has a question about the rope and rock skills he will be learning. So he next asks Gaia, what does that include? Yeah, rock skills? Rope skills? What exactly does that all mean, teacher?
Okay, so Gaia is going to explain. She tells him a big part of mountaineering is rock climbing. Yes, using ropes to climb walls of rock, the cliffs that Cliff will have to climb, right?
That's right. Soon his friends will be calling him Cliff Climbing Cliff. Anyways, we need to pause here for grammar teaching Daphne. Yeah, that doesn't sound as good. Well, she's here anyways to teach us about our first grammar point of the day.
大家好，我是 Daphne。今天的第一则文法是 a big part of， 第一个名词 is 第二个名词，意思是第一个名词的一大部分、一大要素是第二个名词。Big 是形容词，意思是重要的。Part 是名词，意思是部分。A big part of 加名词就是某事物的一大部分，是单数主词，因此动词要用单数型。我们来看个例句 ：A big part of camping is eating。露营的一大要素就是吃。
Okay, so Cliff is going to learn how to climb cliffs. And to do that, his teacher Gaia just told him that he will need to learn rock and rope skills.
Yes, and Gaia tells Cliff more about these special skills when she says, so you'll learn basic climbing techniques as well as ways to handle the rope. 在这边加一个补充单字 technique 技巧特殊技能，不管是登山或是任何一项运动，都有自己独特的 techniques 可以跟熟练的人学习哦。Wow, that sounds cool and also quite challenging.
Yes, it will probably be a big test of his strength as well as his courage. If he's even a little afraid of being, up in high places, well, he'll have to face his fears or else maybe decide that climbing isn't for him and he's happier here down on the flat ground. Well, we'll find out after we come back from this quick break, so we'll see you soon. Cool. I always wanted to give rock climbing a try.
On the second day, we teach important snow and ice skills.
Is it hard to walk on the snow and ice?
It can be tricky, but you'll have special equipment to make it easier and safer.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Explanation 2.
So Cliff is going to learn some rope skills in his first mountaineering class. Ooh. Now this is the basic stuff he needs to learn to do some rock climbing and do it safely. And as you can probably guess, if you want to climb a mountain, you will definitely need to be comfortable in using ropes to climb a rock wall. And this sounds like just what Cliff wanted to do when he signed up for these classes. He tells the instructor Gaia, cool! I always wanted to give rock climbing a try.
Well, Cliff, today's your lucky day because that's exactly what you will soon be doing. And what we will be doing for the next little while is listening to Daphne as she tells us about the second point from today's grammar point in today's dialogue.
第二则文法是 give something a try， 意思是尝试某事物。Give 是授予动词，意思是给予。三态是 give、gave、given， 使用时后方要接两个受词，一个是 something 某事物，另一个是名词 try 尝试、努力。Give something a try 就是尝试某事物。我们来看个例句 ：Stinky tofu is famous, so many foreigners want to give it a try. 臭豆腐很有名，很多外国人都想试试看。
All right, so back to our dialogue, and remember the first day of his mountaineering class, Cliff will be learning some rock and rope skills to teach him all about rock climbing. But that's just day one.
Yes, but remember he signed up for a 2-day class, so let's go back to the dialogue and hear what his mountaineering teacher Gaia tells him about the second day of class. And she says, on the second day, we teach important snow and ice skills. Wow, that sounds a lot more serious. But yes, I guess if you want to climb a good-sized mountain, you'll be up very high where the temperatures are cold and snow is on the ground almost every month of the year.
Yeah, and since Cliff might be from, Taiwan or another warm place like that, he has a few things that he's worried about with this whole snow and ice idea that Gaia is talking about. So he asks her, is it hard to walk on the snow and ice?
And Gaia tells him the truth. She says, it can be tricky, but, she adds, you'll have special equipment to make it easier and safer. 在这边我们加一个补充单字 tricky， 在这边是指的有挑战性或是难以应付的、不容易的。当然在下雨天或是冰天雪地登山是一件非常 tricky 的事，所以必须要完善的准备所有的 equipment 设备才好出发哦。
So rope skills, rock skills, ice and snow, walking skills. But don't worry, Cliff sounds like he's ready for anything. He's ready for the challenge. And as we finish the dialogue and Gaia's introduction to the class, Cliff tells her, okay, that's good to hear. Yes, I think you are in very safe and experienced hands with your mountaineering teacher there, Cliff. So good luck. Have fun, and we'll maybe see you at the top of the mountain.
Oh, are you going to join Cliff in his mountaineering activities?
Oh, no. I like it right down here on flat ground. When I say I'll see him at the top of the mountain, I don't mean I'll be there. I mean I will have a good pair of binoculars, and I'll watch him at the top of the mountain from very far away. Maybe he can wave to me, and I'll be down here safely on the ground.
好，Mike 老师说他刚才不会去加入 Cliff， 但是呢，他会用望远镜在看上 Cliff 在登山的山顶。所以我们补充一下 ，binoculars 就是望远镜，双筒望远镜的意思。Okay, that's all. Okay, we are almost done here, so we do need to check in with Daphne one more time for a grammar point.
第三则文法是 That's good to hear， 意思是很开心听到那件事。代名词 that 代指前文提过的事情 ，good 是形容词，意思是愉快的。后方用不定词 to be 补充说明愉快的事情。例如朋友说 I've passed the exam， 我通过考试了，这时候就可以回复 That's good to hear， 很开心听到那件事。
And, well, that's about all the time we have today. But don't worry, our mountain climbing adventure for this month isn't quite over. And tomorrow we'll be learning all about mountain climbing as a hobby and also about Taiwan's very first real mountaineering school. That's right, you too can learn some rock and rope skills just like Cliff right here at home. So come back to check it out with us. We'll see you then. Bye-bye. Mountaineering schools help you climb mountains. Gaia tells Cliff more about the course.
On the first day, we focus on rock and rope skills.
What does that include?
A big part of mountaineering is rock climbing. So you'll learn basic climbing techniques, as well as ways to handle the rope.
Cool. I always wanted to give rock climbing a try.
On the second day, we teach important snow and ice skills.
Is it hard to walk on the snow and ice?
It can be tricky, but you'll have special equipment to make it easier and safer.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Uncle Sam is an imaginary figure representing the United States. Also, he has been regarded as a symbol of America. Actually, it all began with a New York businessman named Samuel Wilson. He was also known as Uncle Sam Wilson. During the War of 1812, Wilson gave the U.S. Army packages of beef. The packages were stamped U.S. to show that they belonged to the U.S. government. The local newspaper reported the story, and Wilson became famous. Soon, Uncle Sam became a nickname for the United States government. Wilson died in 1854 at the age of 88. The image of Uncle Sam was used in political cartoons and military posters. By 1900, everyone accepted Uncle Sam as the symbol for the United States. In 1961, the U.S. government officially recognized Samuel Wilson as the person behind the national symbol. Isn't that an interesting story?
Here is more information.
Represent. The flag represents our country. Poster. Lucy put up posters for the concert. Army. John is in the army. Deliver. The mailman delivers the mail. Soldier. Many soldiers joined the war. Package. Helen sent a package to her grandson. Criticize. Many people criticized the new movie. Image. Andy looked at his image in a mirror. Recruitment. The school took pictures of the students for recruitment. Personification. I played a character who was the personification of evil. Did you learn something new today? I hope you did. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again later.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny， 又到我们1分钟的单元喽。那我们今天用1分钟的时间来复习单字，也要造句练习。同学们，您都准备好没？1分钟计时，开始。第一个单词是石头或是岩石，这字怎么说呢？叫做 rock。The road was blocked by a huge rock。马路被一颗巨大的石头挡住了。好，第二个单词呢是绳子、绳索，要怎么说呢？叫做 rope。rope， 像跳绳就叫做 jump rope。跳绳子 ，OK？Is the rope strong enough？ 这条绳子够坚固吗？第三单词它当动词用来表达包含、包括或是涵盖的意思，这个字叫做 include。Does the rent include Wi-Fi and cable？ 房租有包含无线网络跟第四台吗？好，第四个单字呢，它是当动词用来表达操作、控制，它也有处理的意思，这个字叫做 handle。He knows how to handle a forklift。他知道要如何操作堆高机，好强哦 ！Forklift 就是堆高机。好，那不管怎么样，我们已经在1分钟之内复习完4个单词，也造完例句哦。同学们表现很棒哎，那我们下次见了，拜拜。
See you next time.